Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Breaker, and today I'd like to discuss all the shiny new features that we have discovered in Battlefield 4 multiplayer by watching the 4 hours worth of live streaming directly from E3. They've live streamed a match of 64 players Conquest on Siege of Shanghai yesterday evening, and I pretty much watched the whole thing, and I really hope I caught all the new things that you guys are interested to see and that DICE has changed for Battlefield 4. Now I'm gonna try to show you guys footage that's related to what I'm talking about here, but also I've discovered a video on the internet where somebody was actually recording their screen while playing at E3, and I'm gonna be leaving a link to said video in the description below so you guys can check that out. It's awesome. It's 17 minutes of gameplay, raw, unedited, and that's pretty cool. And yeah, first of all, let me cover features, and the first one is a pretty big one. And I noticed when the guy of the video I just mentioned spawned, actually he hit deploy and he instantly spawned. There was no delay, there was no like black screen or loading or anything. He instantly spawned, which is something, yeah, that's pretty cool. And if they can keep up to that in the full game, then that would be awesome, because there'd be so many times that I spawned on somebody and it took 5 seconds or something like that until I actually spawned. And I'm really looking forward that this is not going to be the case, because in this time where you have the black screen in Battlefield 3, you gotta understand you can be killed because your player is actually already spawned, however you don't see it. Whereas of course now in Battlefield 4, if they can implement that in the full game, you don't have that problem no longer because you instantly spawn. Now another thing that I noticed is full magazine ammo reload, and what I mean by that, in Battlefield 3 when you had like 10 bullets in your magazine and you did the reload, you kept those 10 bullets, you didn't just get rid of them. However, in Battlefield 4, if you reloaded with 25 bullets in the magazine, you lose those 25 bullets. So say you have 25 bullets in the chamber, in the magazine, excuse me, and 62 bullets left in your pouch, for example. You reload, you only have those 62 bullets left. So basically I've got the 31 in the magazine that you just inserted and the other 31s in an additional magazine. So this is we're gonna see if this is just a bug or if it is actually a feature. We're not quite sure, because with the pistols I noticed that this is not the case. He once reloaded a pistol with 8 shots with 1 in the pouch, and he actually ended up having 9 shots in the magazine, just like as it is in Battlefield 3. So I'm not quite sure if this is going to be a feature included in the full game or not. Now another thing that people were keen to know is if scope glint is still there, and yes, I confirm it. In this clip you can see he still has this kind of scope glint there. It's a very quick glance of it, but I think it's still gonna be there. We don't know how strong it is because this is inside, it's kind of dark, so yeah, we're gonna see how this turns out in the full game, I guess. Now another cool feature that I've noticed is if you're in a vehicle, you have to take a closer look to the minimap, because the minimap actually scales with the time of the speed of the vehicle you're in. So say you're in a chopper and you're flying really fast, the minimap kind of zooms out so you get a bigger overview. Now you're getting a little bit slower and you're trying to approach buildings, say a building, and to see what's on and everything, and you get the closer look on the minimap. Now that is awesome, like I love that concept. And also they included some pretty cool features whilst being in the water, so you can basically sprint swim, so swimming faster. You can also dive, and on top of that you can actually defend yourself with a sidearm. So you're not just a sitting duck in the water anymore, just like in Battlefield 3. You can actually pull out your sidearm and shoot players that are also in the water. Now that's pretty badass in my opinion. Now, coming to DICE's favorite feature or gripe for every other player, suppression. So basically Carl Magnus stated their suppression is only going to be available to LMGs, and it only kicks in on range. So if you're standing up close to somebody, it's not going to affect you as much. And I'm not quite sure if the LMGs or if other weapons also suppress. I guess LMGs have, like, the main aspect of LMGs is going to be that they're suppressing. But other weapons probably also suppress a little bit, but not to that extent that LMGs would suppress you. Now another pretty neat feature is you're actually able to lean and to lean over cover whilst, for example, if you're a sniper and you're lying behind cover, you can actually lean over it. Now that is a pretty neat thing that they included into Battlefield 4, and I'm really looking forward to see how this is going to play out on the battlefield. Next pretty cool thing that they've included is of course the spectator mode, and everybody that has watched the live stream for a second knows about the spectator mode already, so I'm just gonna touch on it really quickly. You can choose from different views. Now the first one is a tabletop view where you get some kind of overview like the commander, like a map where you see all the players and you can click on the players and can actually spectate them. You can then hit F2, excuse me, for first person view, F3 for the third person view that is actually tiltable and rotatable, and F4 for free cam. And there's actually 4 free cams that you can place down on the map wherever you want to, and you can fly through the map just like Checkfrex did with his flying through Battlefield, but now it's in game, so that is pretty fucking awesome. Now, real quick, I'd like also to mention that the chat is still there. You can actually see it in the video that I've linked in the description. Nothing new there, and we don't see a kill feed so far, but that's probably going to be implemented into the full release of the game. Now, something else cool that we're gonna have is probably gonna be able to zero sniper rifles. With the sniper rifles, you get like a 200 on the bottom, like where you can choose from the flashlight and the other gadgets. And yeah, probably gonna be able to zero our sniper rifles. Now that is pretty cool, so that would actually make us want to have a rangefinder or something like that. So gadgets are gonna go crazy in Battlefield 4, I suppose. Now, the last thing on my feature list covers commander mode, and the commander is not an actual physical player on the battlefield, so you can't kill him, you can't backstab him while he's watching the map. He's actually not in the game, so he doesn't eat up one of the 64 slots, or basically both of the commanders don't eat up any of the 64 slots. So basically you've got 66 players now with the 2 commanders that are not physical persons on the battlefield, which is pretty cool, I think. Now, moving on to another pretty important thing in my point of view, and that is points. Now, for anything you'd like to unlock in the game, of course, you're gonna need points. And it's always interesting to see what kind of action is gonna grant you how many points. So I'm gonna go through my list real quick here. A flag capture is still 250 points, neutralizing 200 points, a cap assist 200, and neutralization assist 150 points. Although I have to note that I really rarely saw a flag cap assist, and I'm not quite sure, but I think if some of your squad members were on the flag first, it's still gonna count as a full cap, not just a cap assist. So that's gonna be interesting how this is gonna turn out. Now, of course, kill is still going to be 100 points plus 10 points for a headshot. And now there's a pretty cool thing that I saw, and this was a squad assist count as kill 92. And I'm not quite sure if this is going to be count as your kill or if it means a squad kill assist, but I'm not quite sure about this count as kill. It's pretty intriguing, and I'm really looking forward to get some new information about that. Now, the last thing that I've noticed is something other pretty cool, and every once in a while you saw a flag possession points popping up, like 10 or 20 or 30 points, and I'm unsure of the actual mechanic, but I think that this has to do with how many flags you actually captured. So if you have captured 1 flag, then every minute you get a flag possession assist 10 or flag possession points 10. And if you have taken 2 flags, of course you're gonna get 20, 3, 30, and so on and so on. And this is a great way to promote team play and to promote actually playing the objective, because you get free points. I mean, who doesn't want free points? Now, before I wrap up this video, I'd like to discuss equipment and customization that we've seen in Battlefield 4 so far. I'm just gonna run through my list here. We've seen green and red lasers, angled grip, muzzle brake, dual scopes, so we're gonna get this 45-degree offset scope if we wish to have that equipped. Also, we could see flashbangs, motion balls, oh yeah, tucks, and possibly SOFA, I'm not quite sure, it was kind of blurry. And also we saw some kind of rocket launcher which looked like the 84, but it's not confirmed that it's gonna be it, because the rocket really flew in a pretty weird manner, so we're not sure what this is gonna be. Maybe it's just gonna be a lock-on rocket launcher. Now, as far as customization with those equipment goes, on each primary weapon you're gonna have 3 slots where you can slap on whatever equipment you'd like to have. Also, we have customizations for pistols, so we're gonna get suppressors, laser sights, red dot sights, and shit like that on pistols as well, which in my opinion is pretty cool, you know. And also we're gonna get loads of camos. I saw so many camos, and yeah, I'm really excited, looking forward to those customization possibilities. Great, so Battlefield 4 looks pretty awesome so far, and please note that this is all pre-alpha footage and things might change, equipment might be taken out, or features might not actually get it into the full release of the game, so this is just a very first glance at Battlefield 4, but it's exciting, it's awesome, and unfortunately we didn't have any confirmation as to whether we're gonna get Battle Recorder for PC or not. We get spectator mode, so I guess they're gonna make something in this direction, I'm not sure. Right, so if you haven't checked out the live stream, do make sure to tune in today or tomorrow, as they're going to be live streaming from EA again. And yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a rating or a comment, as it is much appreciated. Thanks for watching, have a good one, and until next time, cheers!